Right, we're into first week of March. I finally finished the Lenway chapter, 22,144 words. So I done a tuition last week on Bayswater. Didn't blog it. It was so bloody cold. I thought we might have got one each or something like that, but nothing happened. Anyway, I shot off down south, done some, some pictures for the book. So I popped onto the road late, got some of them and the foxpole. I'm just about to start writing the foxpole chapter now. So that was all good. Had a look at Chertsey. Yeah, that's somewhere I'm going to be targeting a bit later. Looked at Farlow's, thought, sod it, I'm going to go home and spend some time with the missus. So I got home around about 8 o'clock that night. That was Tuesday, and the weather's changed, finally. It looks like spring's here. Birds are singing again. Sort of like bushes are starting to bloom. It's time now, so I've decided to shoot out after a Sunday roast and get my rods out just before dark, and I'm down the Woolpack again, and there are my rods. I'm on Lake 7. I'm not going to set up, as you can see my gear's still on the barrow. I'm going to have a little scout around. Five's just through was it over there. I'm going to go and watch there, see if I see anything. If I do, of course I'm going to move. That's why I haven't set up. Here's the rods here, Lake 7. As you can imagine, I've got good scope of the lake, so I can watch. I'm in the prime zone area that does early spring bites down this end, and as you can see, I can see all of the lake really, apart from just round the corner there. So I'm not going to miss a lot, as long as I keep my eyes peeled. Because I haven't been down here for a while, I didn't know what the bottom was like, so had a little feel with a 1 ounce lead. It's quite soft, which I like that. I got one on a bit of weed. Last year it was a lot cleaner out here, even though it done the bites. So for chodding as well, it's sort of like nice presentation like that. I do like it when it's dirty, and I mean dirty bottom of the lake, nothing else. It's great to be out. The pressure of writing this book and publishing it myself, sitting with a graphic designer, laying it out, speaking with Rich Stewart, who's editing my work for me, etc, etc. It's quite a demanding sort of project really, but everything's looking good. We've got the first chapter done, laid out, finished, put to bed. The Woolpack chapter come out at 65 pages, so a big chapter there, just under 25,000 words. God knows how I wrote it, but there you go. Apparently there was ice on the lake this morning. So even though they're like sunny days, mild days, they've been like colder nights. But as you can see, it's quite cloudy at the moment. So I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a frost unless it suddenly clears out. Apparently there was 2 out, a 28 and a 31. That was about 2 weeks ago by some chap. So. And that was in the cold, so happy days. The birds were around. They're going to get zapped a minute. So let's see what this, see what happens here. It's not about water temperatures. That's all. Sorry about the language, but that's bollocks. It's about daylight hours. You know, they've been laid up most of the winter. Yes, they've had an odd little drop down and feed. But it's been quite a like savage winter, so. They've got to get up and running, you know. In a couple of weeks they're all going to be like, you know, chasing each other around like playing happy families. So, you know, it's just time. When you spend a lot of time outside like I do, that's gone down fizzed as well. Just see bubbles coming up. Yeah, when you're out like I do, I don't know, you get to know what, like, the signs. The birds were singing like up until about, let's say, 8 days ago, even in the cold. And then the cold just took so much out of it all, they stopped. But I noticed like 2 days ago they started singing again, and then the temperature's now picked up, and it's supposed to sort of get better and better and stay like an average sort of 10-11 degrees now. And at the end of the day, as soon as this happens, which is happening, they're up and about. It's just been on the right lake at the right time. And with a tuition tomorrow, 24 hour and a tuition Tuesday an 8 hour, and then at 4 o'clock when he goes on Tuesday, I've got Dan Wildboar down here to do my total carp blog. He's got half an hour to get that done, and then I'm shooting and I'm going to a water up sort of round Peterborough way for a 2-day guest on there, lake to ourselves. So that'll be quite interesting. And then I'm coming back here for the last 24 hours. So I've got 5 nights. Okay, 2 days work, but you know, got a chance when it's like these sort of places. And I can still do my work and all the rest of it. And we've got a chance of catching a big one. Now, getting back to where I was fishing out here, I've sort of found them across the lake in front of me. There's like, when you spent as much time on here as I have, I just know where the spots are. I've watched it so many times, spring, autumn, where they're feeding, and I just know where roughly to put the baits. It's just pinpointing them down. So all rods, apart from one, I've got lovely soft, dirty drops. And the last rod, the right hand rod, I had to replace that. It took 2 casts. So minimal disturbance. Chodding again, don't need a lead to hook him. So if I'm only casting 50 yards, I can get an ounce lead with 20-pound line there, or 15-pound rock bottom, whatever you're using, you know. I've decided to fish singles, but they're like really dosed up. I was going to put 7 freebies out on each, but I've just at the last minute decided just to stick with the singles and see what happens, because when I stood in the swim, I just, you know, everything flooded back where they should roughly be in that. So I'm like looking for a bite first, plus I'm looking for like location. If I see one and I haven't got a rod really near it, I'm going to put a bait straight on it. So with the old choddies as well, it's just like, make sure you're on the dirty, not the clean gravel. It's not really, I mean, yeah, if the gravel's got silt, which this time of the year it does tend to, that's fine, but choddy ain't designed for like fishing on the gravel. So as you can see, I'm just like, I'm losing the plot here, trying to talk to you at the same time, but I'm watching because like the light is fading, and there's a good chance now of seeing something show like that tench a minute ago. So good pop-ups to have as well. I like white in the winter, and I like to use sort of pink like a bit more in the spring. So if I was having 3 rods, I'd have 1 on white, 2 on pink, which I have got out there at the moment. I'm using white chocolate on the, God, I can't remember now, the right hand rods, and then I've got 2 pink butcher berries from Sticky Baits as well on the middle and the left hand. So it only takes, yeah, of course, it's something in the zone, so it's better than nothing. But they're moving, don't you worry about it. Can you hear the birds singing? Singing their hearts out, because they're after a mate. And it's no different to these. Nature, it goes in circles, and you have to like watch and learn. It's like no different in the summer. You know, you might as well go floater fishing when it's really hot, because, or unless you go night fishing, because it's just, unless you're lucky, you're in shallow water on a bar, you're just wasting time. And it's like now, you know, it's get your ass off the sofa, stop watching Coronation Street and EastEnders and all that bollocks, and get out there, because it's caught to be caught. Get things prepared, check your rods are okay, get some new line on, get your pop-ups rolled if you're using cork balls. If not, get some pop-up, buy some, get them glugged up, get some hook links tied up, get everything ready, check everything out, because you could go in the shed or wherever and Mr. Mice has been in there, or Roly Rat. So look at this, look, this is what Cam's carp fishing's all about. Just on the way for a little look. It's really dark now. Here's the bay, just at the side here where I'm fishing. approaching that area, if you remember, where I caught that one on a dark side rig and the lead core was on the bank or on the rod in this corner here right in the edge. Could have done without them birds going. I ain't going to hang around here now because that's the alarm call. No good. Any fish about here at the moment are wily creatures like that. Well, no, something's not right. That's right where I had that one down there, all the scummies. I love this place, the Wallpack. It's a magical place, steeped in history. Proper old English carp. None of these funny things, make-believe jobbies, table fish, wrong'uns, etc, etc. Across to that gap there, that's where I did, what was it, mid 30 common, and that scraper 30 fully scaled. While I was photographing this one in the edge down here, I had a rod over there, and while I was doing the photos that rod went mad. That was a 31 pound common. I know I keep going on about wrongs, I have to behave myself. It's all up to you what you do, but it's just me. You can see it's really dark now. I'm not going to hang around here, I'm going to watch out in front of there. But what I'll probably do is get my head down early and get up in the early hours and have a good walk around, see if I can find anything. And then of course, if I do see him, I'm going to move straight away. I know where I am, there's fish, there's going to be fish there. And then I've got that tuition tomorrow, so he's going to go next door to me in the next shady area between us. It's great to be out again. It's only a matter of time, just chasing big uns. Make sure you've got your glasses on you now because you can bump into them on the top. You've got all that to come, you know, finding them fizzing, rolling, sitting on the top, waking up. Can't wait. It's all just about to happen. And you just never know what could happen once them rods are out this time of the year. Anyway, the camera's sort of like finding it hard to pick me out now. The old square keeps coming up on the new camera, so I'm going to turn it off for now and I'll see you in the morning. Right, it's a real quiet night, not even a bleep. Still feel really confident. It's the time of year, it's only a matter of time. Problem is, it's just a flying visit really, so a few tuitions, then I'm going to that other water. Then I'm back Thursday for a night, and then next week it's the last 3 weeks, 2 days a week at Sutton near Kent, and then Chertsey once a week, and then after that I'm just there, just there till the end, till I catch it. So can't see me being here a hell of a lot this year, which is a shame. But you know, in reality, I've had most of the fish out of this office complex. Just haven't had that bitch of a common out of 5, 6, which would complete the set, the slopehead. But that's now coming up to, God, it's 4 years this May. So, was it 3 years? No, 4 years, I think. That's a blooming long time. And, like I said, I could be here for years. There's a lot of birds about at the moment. Can't but love it being out in these sort of conditions. I still haven't put any bait out. I was up a little bit late, but I had blooming 11 hours kip, so I needed it. And that plan of getting up in the night didn't happen because I was looking at my eyelids. Anyway, I've got a tuition to do today. I'm gonna have some breakfast. He'll be here shortly, and them rods are going to stay out there unless I see fish top or fizz.